Hey everyone, Johnny here. Today in this session, we will learn about JavaScript functions. In our previous sessions, we have discussed about the inbuilt functions like alert, prompt, confirm, console.log. These are all the inbuilt functions. In JavaScript, we can also create our own functions as well. What is the use of a function? In today's session, we will try to learn about the complete concepts will be based upon functions. So far we have seen all the inbuilt functions, like we have seen length in arrays, slice, pop and all these things. Now if I want to make sure what is the main agenda of using these functions. Functions are used to perform some operations. For example, if I want to call many number of lines, if I want to perform addition of two numbers, example I want to write a small snippet of 10 lines and I want to perform the same operation 3 times in the same page, in the same code. So we can use a function where we can enclose this particular code in a function part and we can call n number of times. In the sense, we can reuse the code. The main advantage of the function is, first one, code reusability. In the sense, what is the code we are trying to take, we won't write it multiple times. Instead, we will write the code at once and we will call it again and again where we required. And next one is less coding. So this function in the JavaScript is denoted using a function keyword. Let me write the syntax first. Function name, we call this as parameters. We call this as parameters, and we call this as function body. We will write all the statements in this. Suppose if I want to call this function, I can put the name here, and in this we will pass the arguments. So this is the syntax of a function. A basic function will have function, everything will be in the lowercase, followed by function name, followed by parameters and the function body, and followed by we need to call a function with the arguments. So this is the basic syntax of a function. Now let us write a small snippet where we can understand how we can write a small function. Like I want to write a function to display the name. I am trying to write show. Here the function name is show here, and I am trying to call this, and inside this I am trying to write console.log hello Johnny. I am trying to write hello Johnny here. It means we are trying to create a function. The function name is show, and inside the function body we have a statement called console.log, that is line number 13, and the line number 21 we are trying to call the function here. So the output of the snippet would be hello Johnny. Let us check in the browser. You can press F12 or inspect. So it will try to retrieve hello Johnny, line number 19. So for example, if I don't call this function here, so what happens? See here, it won't display any output. Function, until or unless we call it, it won't execute the particular block of statements. So we need to write like this. Always we need to write like this, hello Johnny. So this is about a simple function. For example, what happens, like I want to display my name, like I want to display hello and I want to pass some random name. See here, I am trying to write a wish. In this console.log, and I am writing here as hello. In this again I am trying to write wish. So here we are trying to make sure we have defined a function here. The function name is wish, and I just want to pass a random name, like I want to pass a name like this, and we call this one as argument. And here we need to pass the parameter. So for example, this value will be passed to this statement. In the sense, line number 23, in the place of parameter we will be passing Johnny here. If I want to display this, as we have seen in the operators, when you use plus symbol, it will try to concatenate. So we got hello Johnny here. For example, I have written something like this. We will get hello Johnny. We call this one as argument and we call this as a parameter. Now, for example, see here, I want to perform addition of two numbers. Simple code to perform an addition of two numbers here. Function, I'm trying to write add. In this, let me put some statements like I want to call this add here, add of 5, 6, add of 5, 6. So we can write here how many parameters we need to pass. We need to pass two parameters. First one is a, b. So here we call this one as arguments and we call this one as parameters. So we will write this snippet soon, like how to perform the addition of two numbers. So here the arguments and the parameters is defined. Now how we can perform this addition, like I want to perform this addition, right? So I'm trying to write variable, or else let me write something like this, console.log of a plus b. We did perform some operations. Let us see. We got 11 here. For example, see, I'm trying to perform an operation using a return statement. For example, we can perform the same operation using a return statement. Here, result equals to a plus b. When we write a return, it means it will stop the execution there itself. In the sense, it will try to return the value of this function. Sorry, we didn't get any output. Why? Because we haven't displayed the value. It has been resulting. It means it is trying to give us some result, but we haven't displayed this. So we can write in this way, console.log 5, 6. So we can write in the first way how we have performed the addition, or else we can also define in this way. See, for example, we have defined 5, 6. What happens if I pass only 5? What happens if I pass only 5? See here we have two parameters but only one argument. So will it perform any operation? Let's see. It is none. Why is it so? Because whenever you are trying to perform the values less than to it, so what happens? So it will not perform any operation. The value of b is undefined here. So indirectly, in this a plus b will try to perform a number that is 5 plus undefined, which is equals to none. It means not a number. For this, it will try to return as none. Let me write in this way, it will be easy. None. For example, I have taken the same function. I am trying to take the same function here. Add 5, 8. So 5, 9. Okay. Now see here, what will be the output of the snippet? 14. The output of the snippet is 14, like just now we have seen. For example, I am trying to write the same statement again. I am trying to make sure I will pass more values now. 4, 6, 8. See here, we have more number of arguments when compared to parameters. 5, 9 will be passed here and it will try to perform operation. But in this case, will it performs for 6 or 8? 6, 8 or 2, 4? It will try to perform the operations of first values, that is 2, 4, and the rest values will be ignored simply. So let us check. The answer for this snippet would be a 6. So this is how we have done with a function, parameters and arguments. Now for example see here we have an input button, and when I'm trying to click on it, it should able to perform some operation, that is it should able to execute some function. How can we write this snippet? Let me put everything in this comments, or else let me take this function as console.log s. Let me put everything on. I will take a fresh code. See here, inside the body I am trying to define something called input type equals to button, and in this I have writing a function like function display, function display, and I am trying to write hello here. See, until or unless we call a function, it will not perform. Here we are trying to call add here, so it is trying to execute this block of snippets. But here display is, we haven't called anywhere. It will not perform any operation now, right? It is not performing any operation. Now when the user has clicked on this button, it should able to perform some operation. So there we can use something called on click. On click is an event. On click equals to display open parenthesis and close parenthesis, that is the brackets, sorry. So when I am trying to use this, see here we got click me, we have used display here, value in the sense the value what we have written in this. When I am trying to click on it, it is trying to display hello here. So this is about how to perform a function, how to call a function based on the button click, For example, let me put this in comments. I have placed everything in the comments, this also in comments. Now we have seen about let us see a simple example regarding a return statement. We have seen about return statement, right, just now. Like function, I want to calculate an area, height comma width, and then this I am trying to write console.log area of 5,9. So it will try to display the area of it. How it will try to display? We can use something called a return statement, w star sh. So it will try to return as you can click on the inspect button, or you can click on this, and let me save this snippet. 45. It is the function with a return statement, function with a return value, we can say. Now can we pass multiple parameters, multiple arguments to a function? Yes, we have passed 0 arguments, 2 arguments, and arguments. Based upon this each function call, it will try to perform its own operation. For example, I can replace the values based upon the button click. It can replace the value. See, in these functions we can have a concept called as we have discussed in the previous sessions also, like block scope, like in the sense it can have a local variables and a global variables. Let us see some example defining this local and global variable. For example, I have something like this function show. In this show we have let message is equals to hello. I have hello here, and in this I am trying to display, I want to just pop it out, or else let me write in this console.log of message, and for this let me call this show here. I'm trying to call this show here. So what would be the output of the snippet? Refresh, we got hello. Now for example, I want to call this hello here, sorry, message here. I want to call message here. See what is the error we got? We got an error called message is not defined. In the sense, whenever you are trying to use a using a let keyword, we cannot access. Whenever you are trying to use it inside the block, it has a scope there itself. For example, let me put the same thing. Can we access the same thing using var? Let's check. See, the message is not defined, so it has only the block scope here. For example, I am trying to write same keyword, message equals to hi. In the sense, it will try to have, it is having the local scope, in the sense it's in the block local value, and it is having the block scope. In the sense, it is trying to retrieve, sorry, not block, it's a global. In the sense, the values which has been defined outside the block. So we got hello and hi here. within the scope we got the value, and we got the value outside the scope also. Now for example, see here we are trying to perform all these things like function with values and all. Now for example, I want to print, we have several type of functions in this. For example, I want to call a function immediately, in the sense I don't want to call it, but the function should able to self-invoke in the sense it should able to execute it as soon as the web page loads. See, for example, in order to write this self-invoking function, we will try to make sure we will write something called an anonymous function. For writing this anonymous function, first we need to understand like what is the use of this anonymous function. See here, a function without a name, we call it as an anonymous function. So let me write a small snippet so that we can understand like what we are about to perform. I'm trying to write sum equals to function a comma, or else I don't want to write anything here, I just want to call this sum. Let me take a simple example, because in the interview questions we can discuss console.log of sum. So what would be the output of the snippet here? Here we don't have any function name, we call it as undefined. Sorry, see, whenever you are trying to call a function again, it will try to give us a value called undefined. So it will try to return as hello. Here we got hello. We call this one as it is called based upon this variable name and the function name. We call this type of functions as anonymous functions or function expression. We have learned about expression in the previous sessions. Now we are trying to learn about the function expression. So it is called based upon this name matching. So we got hello in the pop-up box console. Sorry. Now we got this. For example, now if you want to learn about this self-invoking function, how does it executes? Let us see. So whenever we are trying to write self-invoking function, we have a syntax like this. We will be defining the function inside this. I am trying to write console.log IIFE, in the sense immediately invoked expression. Now in this we are trying to call this. So in order to call this, we will be writing this parenthesis. Now let's see, we got IIFE. We call this one as immediately invoked function expressions. Here we are trying to define a function without a name, and we are trying to call it. Here we don't have any name here, as we have seen in the previous example. We don't have any name here. It will be invoked automatically based upon this. We call this one as self-invoking functions. So we will be trying to place the parentheses in order to allow, like in order to call this function. We need to place parentheses immediately after defining it. First we need to define the function expression here, and next we need to call this first we will be defining this one, and later we will be placing this parenthesis in order to call it. Now we have something called an arrow function. What is the use of arrow function? In the latest version of year 6, we generally use this arrow function, which allows us to write a shorter syntax. Let us understand like how we can write, how we used to write in the previous versions, and how we used to modify the same syntax in year 6. Let me put something in an example. In this year 6, first we will try to write normal. Let me write a small snippet so that we can understand like what we are trying to write about. So let me give an example for arrow functions. In this arrow functions, we define this one using an arrow symbol. We no need to use a keyword called function here. If we have only one statement, we can skip this parenthesis. In this arrow functions, now I'm trying to write in this arrow functions, first one, we no need to write a function keyword first thing, and next one we no need to write a return keyword, and we need to place the curly braces also. First let me write in the previous versions of this thing. Let show equals to, I'm trying to write let show equals to console.log of hello. So this is how we used to write in the previous version. Let us see the same syntax using an arrow function. I'm trying to write let s equals to, we need to place the parentheses followed by an arrow symbol. Arrow in the sense we generally call it as fat arrow, or else we can call it as arrow symbol, where it will try to perform this hello. See, both will try to give us the same output. Control S, sorry, we haven't called this function yet. Now we are trying to call this. We got hello and hello. For example, let me increase some word. Yes, it is done. So this is how we have defined with arrow function. So in this arrow function we no need to mention the function keyword, the curly braces and the return statement. If we have only one statement, we can skip this curly braces. So this is an example for what is this arrow function. Can we write one more example to perform some addition of two numbers or like this? Let us write, like I'm trying to write variable x or variable sum equals to function of x comma y. In this x comma y I'm trying to return x plus y. In the earlier version we used to write this in this way. In the earlier versions of JS we used to write in this way, like 2 comma 4. Okay, this is how we have defined. Now let me put the same syntax in the form of an arrow function. How do we write the same syntax using an arrow function here? We can write the same arrow function in this way. We know const as a keyword for variable declaration. Const, let, and are the latest versions of JS. Earlier we used to use var. In this I'm trying to write variable s constant x. In this I'm trying to return this return. If we have only one statement, you can skip this. Let me put, yep, done. And we should able to call this, right? 2 comma 4. Both have the same syntax. Yes, where let me put this in the comments, Control Shift Tab, and in this we are trying to call. So both we have written return statement, right? So we are unable to display the output. Console.log, we are trying to call it. Again I'm trying to use console.log. We got 6 and 6. So this is how we have done with a simple function, differentiating it how we used to write a function earlier, and the same thing using an arrow function. Hello world message, hello, simple hello message. The same we are trying to perform an addition of two numbers with same using an arrow function and without using an arrow function here. Now let us see the next concept, arguments. What is the use of arguments? As we have been discussing, the function will have parameters and arguments. In JavaScript, arguments is an object which is a local variable. It means it will be available for all the functions where we can count, in the sense how many arguments we have passed for a function. For example, I have written like this, arguments. I am trying to write argument. I'm trying to put in this way, and in this I am trying to write, I want to calculate the number of arguments we have passed for it. The number of arguments we have passed for it. For example, 10 is there, and again I'm trying to write argument. I have written wrong here, it's argument, and here we have 10 and 20. 10 and 20. Again I have an argument here, 10 comma 20 comma 30. 10 comma 20 comma 30. Now I want to calculate the total number of arguments passed to each function call. In the sense, how I can calculate, we can write something like this: console.log arguments length. I just want to put like this. Arguments is a keyword, reserved keyword. In the sense, we can say it is an object like 1 2 3. Yes, for example, I don't have anything here. See here, what is the output we get? 0 2 3. It means arguments is an object that is available. We are trying to use a length method here, which is trying to calculate the length of each argument to a function. Next one, we have been discussing about this functions, the different types of functions, like where it is used, how we can differentiate it. First one, a normal function. Next one, function with an argument and parameter. Function using a return value. Function with a single argument, the exact parameters what we have passed, and the more number of arguments. And the function with a on click. Next one, function with a return keyword. Next one, function with a local variable and global variable. Next one is anonymous function. Next one is immediately invoked self execution function, or a self invoking function. Next one is an arrow function. Next one is an arguments. Now the last thing we will try to discuss about this is a closure. What is the use of a closure? In functions generally, for example, we have a nested function, a function inside a function, and we are trying to call that the inner function. If a inner function has a capability which can access the outer function variables as well as outer function parameters, then we can call it as a closure. Whenever the inner function that has an access to the outer function variables in addition to its own variables and global variables, then the inner function can access its outer function variables or as well as outer function parameters. Remember, outer function variables and outer function parameters. Then we can call such type of a function as a closure. So let me put in a simple example so that we can understand. So here I am trying to write, as is for the beginners, I am trying to write the addition of two numbers using this closure. So here I am trying to define a function. Let me put a function here, add numbers. In this add numbers, I am trying to pass first number and last number. Okay, let me call this function now. Variable result equals to add numbers 20, 20. So if you can understand the previous examples, like what we have done regarding the function, it will be very easy to understand. Now in this, we are trying to define a function name, add numbers. We have an arguments 20, 20, parameters f, l, that is first number and last number, second number. In this I am trying to write a return value. Return value is empty, like we don't have any value here. I'm just writing a result. Let me put in this semicolon. Next one, here we are what we have discussed, the inner function can access outer function variables and parameters. Now the inner function is function. I'm trying to write the inner function here. Function add is an inner function. The outer function is add numbers. Here the inner function is capable of accessing the return keyword followed by return value. What is this? A variable. Plus I'm trying to access the outer function parameters. What is that? F plus L. It means we are trying to make sure we are trying to calculate the addition of two numbers using this concept. That is, what is the concept we are trying to use here? The closure. Yes, we got it. See here now. So what is the inner function here? Add, which is trying to access the outer function variable. What is the outer function variable here? A return value, and outer function parameters f, l, which is trying to access this. So if you can see, we can call this inner function as a closure. We can call this an example for a closure where it is accessing the outer function variable, the variables and the outer function parameters. Let us see now. The result is 40. We have simplified a simple example for closure here. So generally, if we can recap it, what we have done using this session, we have been learning about a function. Function is a keyword, or a function is a concept where we can place some code in between this block and we can reuse it again and again. We can call the function n number of times. We have a function with parameters and function with arguments. We can also have a function without an arguments and without a parameters, and we can pass the equal number of arguments what we have passed as a parameters, or if we pass less than to it, it will try to return as undefined. And we have been calling the function using a on-click, a return keyword, local variable and global variable for inside a function, anonymous function, immediately invoked self-invoking function, an arrow function, function with an arguments, in the sense how to calculate how many arguments we have passed. Next one is a closure. Now let us discuss the questions. We have around 50 questions today based upon these functions. The first example. So what will be the output of the snippet here? We can say the function name is hello and we are trying to call hello here. So it will try to execute the function here. Hello Johnny would be the output. That is a like symbol, sorry, heart symbol. Next one. Question number 1a. Here we are trying to call variable say equal to variable message equals to hi console.log of message. Here we will get an error, in the sense we will get an error saying that reference error, the message has been not defined. We have discussed this thing during the initial part. We have used for the let and the var keyword. Until or unless, why do we get this error here? Until or unless if we don't define the global variable for this, we will get this error. So the output of this snippet would be a reference error. Next one. Here we have a function. We have only one argument, Johnny, and the next argument for the Johnny will be stored in A. For the B we don't have any value here. So the output for the snippet would be hi Johnny undefined, heart symbol. Next one. Function mul a comma b, and we are trying to write console.log a star b console.log mul 4 comma 4. See, generally whenever we call a function directly, it will try to return the value 16, but whenever we are trying to call the function again in the console.log will try to return undefined. So the answer for this snippet is, we don't have any option here, but the answer would be 16 comma undefined. Next one. See, here we have a next question. The function name is fo. Here how many arguments do we have here? Here we have 0 arguments and we have 1 argument. First we are trying to call this first function. It will execute here, and type of b, is it defined or undefined? It is undefined. Whenever it has not equals to undefined, it means it will try to execute the value of this one, 20. So when we have a value, it is defined, right? So the answer would be a b, in the sense the answer would be 20 comma 40. 20 comma 40. Next question. Question number 4. We can call this function as anonymous function. We'll be calling the function using this function, this variable greet. So the output of this function would be hello Johnny. Next question. See here, what is the function name? Function name is add. We have been defining the same function again, first part and the next block. Whenever we are trying to execute, this will not be executed. First it will start the execution itself. It will find add here, so it will go here, and again it will try to come here. So in the sense, it is similar like when I assign variable a equal to 10 and a equal to 20. In the sense, the last value will be replaced. In the same way, here also the output of the snippet would be a 300. Next one. See, here we have function with add x comma y and add of 20 comma 2. It means we are trying to perform addition, but here if I write only 20 comma 2, it would be a 22, but here it is in the format of a string, so it will try to concatenate, as we have discussed in the day 2 regarding this, like plus operator, concatenation operator. Next one, function greet, let m equal to hello, let will have a block scope. Yes, it will have only the block scope. In the sense, within the block the values can be accessible. Here we are trying to call a function greet me. It will try to execute here. It means the control will transfer here, and it will try to execute this complete snippet. The output would be hello Johnny. But whenever I am trying to read the value of console.log of m, what it happens, it will not access this value. So the answer would be hello Johnny and a reference error. Next one, 5b. Next question. Here see we have an next question like hello let name equal to Johnny, and let name equal to hello plus name. What would the output snippet? The output of this snippet would be a global variable, so it will access we can access it anywhere. So the answer for this snippet would be hello Johnny. Next one, see here we have a function name called mycal. First argument, second argument, first parameter, second parameter. It will try to call, and it will try to perform and return the value. What would be the value of this? 16. 8 to 16. Again we are trying to multiply this function with this, so the answer for this snippet would be 16 cross 2, that is 32. Next one, 6th A. See here we have a function. Function name is the function name itself is name, and we have how many arguments? We have only one argument, but how many parameters do we have? We have 3 parameters, x, y, z. Here we haven't defined z, so what would be the default value of a not defined variable? In the sense we don't have any variable, then it would be a undefined. The answer would be undefined here. Here see here, function add a comma b console.log add 20 30 40 60. Whenever we have more number of arguments when compared to parameters, the arguments will be ignored, so answer for this snippet would be a 50. Next one, we have a function here greet me, and we are trying to read the value. So simply we can say the answer is, just to confuse you, we have written this line. The answer is Johnny here. The answer is Johnny here. Next one, see here we have a function inside a if else, like we have defined a function, again we have defined if else. Here we have two arguments 7, 10, which will be passed in number 1 and number 2, and if num1 less than num2, it means num1 is less than num2. Yes, so num2 minus num1. So what would the answer for this? Answer is 3. If it is not satisfying, it will execute the else part. Next one, here see we have defined a function here, and inside the function we have been using a return statement, return BA. Again we are trying to use function BA and return Johnny YouTube. The answer for this snippet would be a Johnny YouTube. Next one, again we are trying to define, see here as we have discussed in the day 1 itself, the declaration part for var, let and constant. Whenever we are trying to access a variable without defining it, in the sense without defining it, we are trying to read it. For var it will try to return as undefined. For number it will try to return as reference error. The answer for this snippet would be a undefined and reference error. We don't have any option in this. Next one, see we have been calling the function twice here. In the line number 1 we are trying to call, and in the last line we are trying to call. In the line number 1 we have only one argument, but in the last statement we have 2 arguments. What is this b equals to 10? It means we call this one as default parameter value, in the sense default value for a function. See, for example, when we don't define any values, in the sense we don't pass any arguments, we can also pass in this way. So what happens, if the values has been not passed by the function call, it will try to assign itself. So first snippet the answer would be a 14 here, and the next snippet the answer would be a 40 here. 14, 40. First one 4 plus 10, next one is 20 plus 10, As we have a value, it will be replaced. Sorry for this. Next, what is this? We can call this one as self-invoking function. The answer for this snippet would be a 0.5. In the sense, IFEJS is 0.5. There is no option in this. The answer for this would be a 0.5. We call this function as immediately invoked self-invoking function. Next one, what would be the output of this snippet here? Here, whenever we write a return statement, we won't get any output. Instead of this return, if we have written console.log, then the output would be a 400 here. Now for this snippet, it won't define any output. No option will be matching for this snippet. But if we write, instead of this return statement, if we have written console.log of x star y multiplication y, the answer would be a 400 here. Next one, what would be the answer for this? What is the function name? foo console.log of type of a equal to b equal to 0, return a. Type of a is 0. So can we access the value outside the block for let? No. So the answer is undefined. Let we cannot access outside the block, right? So we get undefined here. Not a number, it is undefined. Next one, we have a function named say hi, and in this say hi we are trying to retrieve return and alert hello plus name. Remember, whenever we are trying to write a return keyword, the function will stop there itself and it will try to return the value whatever it has executed. Here it hasn't executed anything, it doesn't return any, in the sense it won't have any value here, just a return keyword. So it won't return anything here. The output is heart symbol, that is no output. For example, if it has written somewhere down here, then it would pop up in such a way that hello Johnny, but we have written the return statement earlier itself, so the output is first one, the heart symbol. 33, yes. See here, we have learned an interesting concept just now, like arguments. Arguments is an object which can access the each and every argument of a function, whatever we call. In yesterday's session we have discussed about arrays, array of 0, array of 1. We are trying to call arguments of 0. It means the first index value, first argument value. Next one, arguments of 1 means the first index value, in the sense first one is 0 index value and next one is first index value. So the answer for this would be Johnny tutorials. Next one, what is the use of this arguments.length? Arguments.length will try to return the length of this, how many arguments we have passed. The answer for this snippet would be 2, 0. 2, 0. Here Johnny we have passed, tutorials we have passed. The first it will try to return as 2 and next one it will try to return as 0. Next one, what would be the answer for this snippet? Here we haven't discussed about this 3 dots, in the sense we call it as spread operator, which we'll try to discuss in the further sessions. But for this output would be an object here. Next one, here we have defined a function 2 times. We are trying to call the function add th 2 times. In the first one 20 as an argument, in the next one 10, 30 as an argument. So whenever we are trying to call it, first it will try to check if the argument's length is 1, it will try to add 20 plus 20. If argument's length is 2, it will try to perform the argument 0, argument 1 value, and it will try to add it. So answer for this snippet is 40, 40. For 20 plus 20 first one, and next one is 10 plus 30. Here the answer for this snippet would be arguments of 0 and arguments of 1. So answer for this snippet would be a 40. 0, 20 in the 0th index, 1 in the for 1 also it is 20. So argument a plus argument b, it would be a 40 here. See, whenever you are trying to write in this way, it means we are trying to define the function name. So the answer for this snippet would be a hello. Hello, it will try to return the function name. Next one, we have been using useThread here. Whenever you are trying to use a useThread, we should not able to use a duplicate parameter. We should not use duplicate parameter here. In the first session we have discussed about useState, like until or unless we declare a variable we should not use it. In the same way, in the functions, whenever you are trying to use a useState, we cannot define a duplicate parameter. So the answer for this snippet would be an error. Next one, 37th A. Okay. So what would the answer for this snippet? The answer for this snippet would be error. It will try to return as reference error because we haven't defined this variable. Next one, the function name is rename and Johnny will be passed there. s1.char at of 0. In the sense, what would the 0th character here? J. J indicates in the word Johnny, J is the 0th character, so the output would be J. Next one, we have a function here, greet me. In this we can say the default value we have taken Johnny. So the answer for this snippet would be hi. In the from, it will be stored as JR. In the name itself, it is stored as Johnny, the default value. So answer is hi JR Johnny. Next one, 40th one. What is the answer for this? Whenever you are trying to use two lowercase and two uppercase, it will try to pass these values Johnny to first return statement, plus again it will try to define some small symbol, hyphen symbol, and two uppercase. So answer for this snippet would be a heart symbol. Johnny to the lowercase and Johnny to the uppercase. Next one, see here we have defined something called a getColor as a function, and we have a global variable color equals to blue, and we are trying to retrieve it. So answer for this snippet would be a blue. Again see, we have a global variable in the previous example, but is in this example we have a global variable, we have a local variable also. The local variable will have higher priority, it means it will be replaced with the global variable. So the answer for this snippet would be a red smiley symbol. Next one, here we have been using a ternary operator, that is conditional operator. We have discussed in the day 2 session of this, and the function name is greet me. The value we are trying to pass it here is, we don't have any value, yes, so no value here. So return value is, do we have any value here? No. So the answer for this snippet would be a 40. True indicates if the value is there, the true part will be executed. In the sense, the first after the question mark, this block will be executed, or else the 40 block will be executed. Next one, function message return true and console.log of message. So the answer for this snippet would be simply a true. It will try to execute and it will try to return as true here. Here we have a function called greet me, and in this did we pass any value, any argument here? There is no argument. So what it is trying to do, variable n equal to a, in the sense undefined, or subscriber. It means whenever we have a symbol or, it will try to accept the first any one value which is matching with it, true value. So with the output of the snippet would be hello subscriber. What would be the output of the snippet? Here the function name is greet me. Inside this we have a if condition. If the condition is true, it will execute the if block statements. So by default it is true here. The value of num would be a 10. So answer for this snippet would be a 10. 10 in an alert box. Now we have here a function expression where the x is the function name we are trying to call function expression here, and x is passed with the arguments 4, 3, and it will be stored in a, b, and it will be multiplied a star b. The answer would be a 12 here. 4 star 3. Next one. Here we have a function called calculate a, b arguments.length. Simply the answer for this snippet would be a 2 here, as we have discussed the arguments.length. Next one, we are trying to define an arrow function here. So the answer for this snippet would be 6. What is the answer for this? The answer would be 16 here. So there is no option mentioned in this. So no option is matching here. So the answer is 16, 1 6, not 8, not 44, not error. Here we are trying to define a function greet me, and we are trying to call it twice. So how many times we will get an output? Hello Johnny once, again hello Johnny twice. hello Johnny once, hello Johnny twice. In the first execution and second execution. Next one, we have a what is this? We have a function expression here, and we are trying to return the value as boom. The answer would be a boom here, the heart symbol. Here we have defined a function, and the name for the global variable is Johnny, and we are trying to print it. So the answer for this, we have discussed this, the answer would be hello Johnny. Next one, this is another way of writing the function. We can write in the previous example how we have written, or else we can also write in this way using a new keyword, function x comma y written x plus y. The answer for this statement, it will try to perform same as the addition of two numbers. The answer for this would be a 4. And we are trying to define a function here, and we are trying to call it. So whenever you are trying to call it, it is trying to perform the addition of it. So answer for this snippet would be a 10, the smiley symbol. Yes, now what would be the answer for this? The answer would be a undefined. We don't have any values, right? So it would be an undefined. Now here we have defined a function fo, and we are trying to call it. Again inside this we have a return keyword ba and a function ba, so it will try to return as Johnny YouTube. Now we have a function named cache. The argument is 8, parameter is number, and we are trying to check whether the number is a strict equality operator 8. Yes, the answer would be a 20 here. See the system. Okay, next one. So the answer for this snippet would be undefined, and this is how we have done with functions in this session. So you can just take the screenshot of this questions, you can discuss with your friends, and if you have any queries in these functions also, you can just drop the snippet. We will have a detailed explanation about it. This is of day 6, right? Yes, we have covered around 5 days of the content of related to JavaScript, and this is all about functions today. Still we have a callback function, all these things we will try to discuss in the later advanced session of the JavaScript, and this is for the beginners. This is only for the beginners who wants to make sure that every statement, every snippet would be some idea regarding this. And this is how we have done with this session. And if you have any queries in this, you can just drop us a mail, comment below this video, and we have created groups for the discussions also. You can just join in it. We have several links. You can have Telegram, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, Facebook, all these things. You can just follow us there. You can just comment it down for any questions. And if you have any queries on this also, you can just comment it below. And we have covered the logical questions for arrays and all. Here we can check in the playlist. And we have developed the React applications also for the beginners. The 5 basic apps related to food, health, news, counter, todo app, to-do list app, and all the things. You can just, once you can master this JavaScript, then you can learn any of the framework. You can just start from the day 1, so that it will be easier to understand like what we are trying to do here in the everyday session, because most of the concepts we have covered in day 1 to day 5, and this is day 6, the next series of the session. And you can just comment it below, like you can just go through each and every question, and if you have any queries also, you can just comment below this video. You can drop us a mail also, given in the description part. So we have covered all the concepts till functions here, arrays, functions, operators, and the day 1 fundamentals, data types. So these are the list of questions. We have discussed about ternary operator in the previous session, boolean values and all these things. If you can understand the basic snippets for from the day one, it will be very easier to understand like what we are trying to do, the operators, the conditions inside the block. And this is how we have done with this day. And if you have any comments, you can just comment it below.